Hello and welcome to Digital Classes on YouTube channel of Lalbagh Girls Inter College. I'm Mrs. Paul and this lecture is for the students of class 12. Children, today I'm going to take up a short story for you all, and we will see the detail of the story in my next session, but today I'll just explain you the story at a glance. So let us see The Gold Watch, which is the first story, The Gold Watch by Ponjikara Rafi. Ponjikara Rafi was a Malayalam author. He was born in Kerala in 1924. He was a trade unionist. He was a critic of the abuses of the church and priests. He began to write short stories of low paid workers. He wrote novels in full length also. Now, this particular lesson, The Gold Watch, is about a factory worker who was very lowly paid, and how he was forced to be a thief, why did he steal, and what forced him back to be a good person and show up that he was not actually a thief, but he was forced to steal because of his day-to-day life problems. Sometimes, children, what happens is in life, when we read stories like these, we come to know that many a times it happens that people are forced to be going on the wrong side or on the down road, we can say, of life, because there is no option left for them and they are forced to do something which is said to be a crime or something which is wrong, and we need to just rethink why things like these happen, because here when we go to the story, it is a very realistic description of how a person who is supposed to be labor in very lowly paid labor in a factory, when he is facing those day-to-day problems, what could be the solution as per his conditions. What did he plan out to be his solution, and was it right for him to do that or not? So let me just tell you this story in short, and I'll just explain it to you at a glance, and if you have any doubts, you can definitely ask your questions here on in the comment section. You can ask me the questions. Of course, we have a classroom in the WhatsApp. You can ask me those questions there. So first I'll explain you the story and then I will give you a detailed explanation. So in this lesson, children, we are talking about a factory worker whose name is Sanku, and it is said by the author that as Sanku was a low paid worker at a factory, he was very poor. His mother had died, he had a wife and two children. A third child was expected to come soon. He had to take loan from his fund to attend the death anniversary of his mother, so he was to pay the loan with interest. He owed some money to the storekeeper, to the tea vendor. He also owed some money to the fishwoman. There were also some other urgent needs of the family. Thus, Sanku was surrounded by many domestic problems, and the amount of money which he was getting as his regular salary was not sufficient for him to deal with these problems. He was so much worried that he could not sleep in the night also. He was very much confused and disturbed. He tried to find out the way to end his misery, but he could not get any solution. Sanku had seen a gold watch on the table of the engineer. Now, this person who is said to be the engineer was also his boss. They used to call him the English boss. The boss was this engineer was his boss. He had seen that he had a watch, and every single day in the afternoon after taking his lunch, he used to go for his little nap, and he had a gold watch with a chain, and every single day it was a routine that he would take his watch out and he would keep it on a book which was open, and he would go and take his afternoon rest or nap. Now, Sanku has observed this very carefully, that the watch was there regularly on the table every single day. It was kept on the book, and if somebody was standing out, because the window was kept partly open every single day. So, if somebody was standing just outside the window, he could just stretch his hand and could pick up the watch very easily. So now there are so many questions in his mind, how to deal with the poverty, how to deal with those people, because he had to pay a lot of debt, and he was under these circumstances, what he was supposed to do, because he had to face many sleepless nights, and he was very much troubled. He couldn't sleep peacefully. So let us see. So Sanku was tempted to steal the watch. He had no other alternative to solve his problems. He thought that he would get a considerable amount of money by selling it. One day at 1 o'clock, the bell rang for the interval. Everybody was in a hurry to go out, and the engineer also went out. Now the author is also telling us that he had been very much observant of all these things, that during the time lunch break, everybody, all the workers went out, either for having some lunch or for taking some little rest. But there was a time when the office was completely deserted and there was nobody in the office. Even the engineer or the boss left every day to take some rest. So whatever thoughts were there in his mind, he could have completed them. He could have accomplished his dream, or the act of stealing, without being caught. But he was not a habitual thief. He had never done that before in his life, so he was very much hesitant and he did not want to do it. But then when every single day his mind was hammered by the problems that he had to face day to day in his day to day life, then he came up with the solution of stealing it, and he had no other option of what else to that he could have done. So he had seen and he had noticed that there was nobody in the office. So Sanku thought it was the best time to steal the watch, because he could not have been caught this way. He went into the office, but he was very nervous. He was afraid of being caught red-handed. His heart throbbed, but his urgent needs prompted him to go back and do the work. So he gathered courage and put the watch into his pocket with trembling hands. Then he came out. Here he also has at one point he had mentioned that when he kept the watch in his pocket, he felt as though he has kept a burning cinder in his pocket, that is a piece of burning coal, and he was completely trembling, and because he was guilty, he was afraid that he might not have been caught. Now what happened, unfortunately, that one of his friends, he came back and he just called out his name, and he was startled. Sanku was startled, because he thought that that person or that friend of his, he has seen him stealing the watch. And because he was guilty, and his friend was asking him questions, I have seen you, what you were doing, and all these things, so he was much more frightened. So finally what he did was, as soon as his friend, he said that I have seen that today you didn't go out to take your tea break. So Sanku thought that definitely if the topic of the watch being stolen comes out, he would be caught and that he would be humiliated badly. So now there was a comparison of his problems on one side, and the condition where he would be humiliated, he would be called a thief, and he would be taken, he would be thrown away from his job, and how would he deal with those problems? So in the end, towards the end of the story, we see that because he was trembling badly with fear, he doubted that somebody had seen him. He thought that he would be checked by the watchman at the gate and he would be caught. He would be dismissed from his services, so he was again very much confused. He could not control his feelings, so again he went back to the office, saw on directions, and put the watch back at its place. Thus his problems and miseries remained unsolved. So this is the story of the gold watch at a glance, and I will very soon explain this to you all in detail. I hope you have understood, children. I have tried to explain this story. Most of the time what you will have to do is during when you have to give your exams, so as considering the pattern of the board exams, from the short stories, children, you will only be asked to do short questions, and that too now when the syllabus has been revised for you all for this particular year, you will only get to study 3 short stories. which is the gold watches, the first part of that. And you will only have to prepare short answers from these three short stories, and that too those will be short answers not to exceed more than 30 words. So what I would suggest you all to do is that after having read the lesson in detail, you will do at least 8 question answers from each short story, so that, and those should be topic based questions, and so that you can cover up the whole lesson. So this is how you will attempt your question answers. I will give you the directions in my next lecture.